So another founder in core, and this is in the series. It's in the Bart. It's in the series of studies or information that can really help you. And last time we discussed sales and how that can help you in life. That information and skills that you learn there. But today we will discuss history. And history, you might ask. History, that's such a dusty topic. It's ancient, and oftentimes history can go back a long time. It can even go back to the ancient times. I'm now sitting in before a railway crossing, but that also has a benefit, and that benefit is something that we want to exploit. And why is that? Because from history you can learn lessons, and by learning those lessons you don't have to overcome them yourself, because other people already have succeeded or failed, and those lessons can then be conveyed upon you. So you know what in the past led to, for example, innovations, but also led to conflicts, solved conflicts, etc. And also what it brought in terms of wealth, innovation, for example the Industrial Revolution, what it brought, but also the drawbacks that came with it. And that helps you to place the things that you want to do now into that context. You also know what is a driving force for people, oftentimes entire nations, to be moved. And by doing this research, you will also know with quite a high certainty what works and what does not work. And by adding that to the innovation that you perhaps have in your own mind, and also combine it, but also see how it fares up to the earlier innovations in the field, but also in the human nature, what really drives human nature and was successful or a failure. And that helps. Also, there's another very important lesson that you can learn from history, because history is quite universal. And what that tells us is the following. If you know a historical fact that illustrates the purpose that you are after, for example, you try to sell something and you can illustrate this with an historic context, why this is of importance to add to the company products that they have. So your product really makes a difference. And you give an historical example, then they either know it or they can look it up and learn from that. And then they say, of course, this was inspiring. This is something that really makes a difference. This is also universally accepted. And they will buy into the service, the product, the value that you're proposing. You will bring a broader context, even to a very innovative product. You will give it a foundation to be placed upon. And by giving a foundation to be placed upon, you have this added feature. A third thing is that oftentimes development or relationships or interactions all start at one point. And by knowing history, you will have something that is helping you to cross the border, in the sense that you know something that is interesting to other people because they see the universal value, or they already know part of it and they can interact in a discussion. So you will have interaction, and interaction can lead to a lot more actions that will follow up. So for example, you can start a good conversation. Good conversation can then mature in something more, a relationship, a business partner. It could be you become a friend, or all of the above. But there is something that
Na 800 meter.
You have
houd
that is
linksaf.
universally intertwined or has latching points where you can make your relationship more tight. So that's the lesson to convey. So last time we discussed sales, this time we discuss history.